I'm Christina Richardson.
I'm Nathan Conway.
I'm Alex Kohler.
I'm Paul Gometti, interviewing Gandhi today on a special edition of 15 Minutes.
Well, Gandhi, thank you so much for being here today. We'd like to talk to you a little bit about your role as a leader in your time. So first and foremost, can you touch a little bit on your upbringing and what led to your ideologies of nonviolent resistance?
Well, sure. Well, first of all, thanks for having me here today. As a young man, I went to university in London to study law. I never actually stopped doing law, but after continuously witnessing acts of oppression and suffering of Indians in South Africa, and even being oppressed myself, I had to take action. I saw that in 1857 the violent Indian Revolution failed, so as I began a new revolution, I focused on peaceful efforts. The term that people use to refer to my actions is satyagraha, which means truth and firmness, or as many people call it, just passive resistance. All my efforts so far have been built on this concept. Can you talk a little bit more about what was going on in India at the time and why there was such a need for a leadership role?
Yeah, the situation was very bad in India at the time. India had been under British rule for centuries, and there was much disease and poverty, and the Indian people lacked a way to resist British rule. The British had control over all aspects of Indian life. They told the people which crops they could grow and what industries they could work in, and they also had laws in place that allowed the British to use violence to prevent any rebellions. Violence had already proven that it would be ineffective, and the Indian people needed another means by which they could gain their freedom.
So with the situation going on in India, who were the people you were trying to influence with your leadership?
I mainly wanted to influence the entire Indian society and ultimately the entire world. I did not discriminate among societal classes or across multiple or sometimes conflicting religions within India. There was a lot of conflict between the Hindu and Muslim people and did not let this influence me and wanted to influence peace between the groups. The goal was political and economic freedom for the country of India and wanted to unite all of the people of India for that cause.
Thank you so much for giving us a little overview of you as a leader, the situation in India, and the followers. We'll be back shortly with more on Gandhi.